Hello everybody, welcome back to Planet X News. It is June 12th, 2017, 11:30 p.m. Ladies and gentlemen, what you're seeing right now are two very large coronal holes that are going to be Earth-facing within the next 24 hours. Once again, we're going to see a major uptick in earthquake activity and possibly volcanic activity around the world. And ladies and gentlemen, very quickly, I want to talk to you about all of the talk on YouTube and the internet pertaining to this theory of grand solar minimum. Now, our professor is coming up with a complete article on this grand solar minimum. Ladies and gentlemen, this is basically just theories pertaining to this grand solar minimum. There are a lot of people out there right now that are spreading the theories of this grand solar minimum. But ladies and gentlemen, there is no real true evidence going back historically pertaining to this grand solar minimum. Yes, the sun does go through some cycles. Grand solar minimum is years away, according to solar scientists. But if you ask me, ladies and gentlemen, it seems like predictive programming calling for an ice age to occur in the years to come. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we don't have that type of time to worry about things happening that far in the distance and in the future. We have enough to deal with what is currently happening to our planet right now. As you can see, these coronal holes are once again coming back into view. We haven't been dealing with these coronal holes for several weeks now, but they're back. And the intensity will probably be much stronger than it was throughout the spring. I would definitely urge all of you to pay very close attention to our live stream that will be coming up tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. with our physicist, and we're going to break down this grand solar minimum. Me personally, I think all of the new data that has come out, produced by NOAA, NASA, and all of their affiliates, can all be false, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're going to report on that type of information, how do you know the information being given to you is absolute and correct? So I hope you take my point on that subject. We're going to move over and we're going to take a look at what is currently happening through one of our X-ray images. And we're going to take a deeper look at this coronal hole that is coming around. We're going to be taking a look at the X-ray footage on the GOES satellite. Now we'll let this load for just 1 minute. And we're going to take a deep look at what is occurring on the sun. And ladies and gentlemen, if you just pay very close attention, you can see, once again, the whole northern cap of the sun is one big, massive coronal hole. It's protruding all the way down into the central part of the sun near the equator. You can see how big this coronal hole is, and then all through this region. So there is absolutely no doubt, ladies and gentlemen, things are going to be intensifying once again, dealing with high levels of solar radiation coming in to our planet. We're going to be looking at probably an increase in the solar wind, and we're definitely going to be looking at an increase in earthquake activity. You know, it's been quite some time since there has been a magnitude 7 and above earthquake. But from a lot of the data that we're seeing that's coming in and what we've been looking at going back into 2016 and 2015, it seems that going into the last part of June and going into July, we are definitely going to see an uptick in this earthquake activity. The volcanic activity will proceed along with it, and also the wild, chaotic weather that we have occurring around the world. So the best thing that I could advise you to do, listen, ladies and gentlemen, don't be scared, be prepared. That is my motto. You don't have time to be afraid of these things that are occurring. You have to be prepared. That is number one. Always have a preparedness plan. We all have the time. And ladies and gentlemen, be very, very careful about misinformation that is being passed around. When it pertains to this grand solar minimum, trust me when I tell you, worrying about things that are many, many years far into the future, it's not something that we have time for right now, because right now we are faced with so much occurring on this planet today and tomorrow and the next day. This is Scott from Planet X News. Thank you for watching.